Hi, John Michael Bliss here for Grow, Love, and Expand. Um, so, topic today, who are you? I get this question asked a lot. Who am I? Who are you? What you are is a spiritual being having a human experience. Okay? It's really that simple. You're not human. You're a energy spiritual being that is having a human experience. That is it. Okay. What does that mean? Well, that means you have chosen, for whatever reason, to become human in this spiritual body that you possess. And people have, if you've ever had an out of body experience, I will explain to you what that is. I've had these, and I'm sure you might have had these and not known it, or maybe you do. But what happens? You sort of, your energy, your energetic being, etheric body, whatever, leaves your physical form, right? So that there tells you that you are not just human. You are a spiritual energy, etheric energy having a human experience. And what you realize, and this is what's fascinating, I think, to most people. So the first time I've had an out of body experience, it wasn't something that I planned. It just happened. And I had this feeling of leaving my body, and I saw myself laying in the bed as I was lifting up out of my body, floating up to the ceiling. Okay. And I'm, and it was the strangest thing. I didn't really understand what was happening. And then I just kind of let myself sort of keep drifting, and I kind of went through the ceiling, through the roof of the house, and up, and then I'm looking at the roof of the house, and I'm kind of in up, at night. And the thing that I realized, which is really fascinating, was I was still me. Like there was nothing different. I still had my thoughts. My personality was the same. There wasn't like, oh, that angels singing and this harps, playing. None of that. I was just there. And it was just weird. And I was thinking to myself, this is very strange. I'm having this, like, I'm literally seeing my body on the bed, and yet I am here consciously outside of my body. And it's not a dream. So you know the big difference between that and a dream. But I was literally the same person, as if I was in my body. The exact same personality. Had the same thoughts, everything. It was John, and it was very, very strange. And I kept going, and then I had a thought like, oh my God, what if I don't get back? And right when I had that thought, sort of like fear entered my body, boom, like in an instant, back in my body, bam. And there I was in the bedroom again, well, woke up, opened my eyes in bed, and there I was, bam, back in, the instant I had that thought, what if I don't get back? Bam, into my body. And so what did that tell me? And I said, oh, wait, this is strange. Okay, so I'm not of this body. I am not of this body. So then basically, what are we, right? And some people call that the soul. I don't know. It's an energetic body, right? A lot of people, I didn't see a cord. A lot of people say, well, they see this silver cord. I didn't see anything like that. Honestly, I've not ever seen that, to be perfectly honest, when I've had these out of body. So can't tell you if it does or does not exist. I've not seen that. Okay. I just floated up, and it's fascinating. I've had other encounters, okay, where I've left my body as well, with, otherworldly beings, if you will. And a lot of that I can go into greater detail in another video, because that is incredibly fascinating. Because what I found is a lot of them they're just higher energies of us, like higher awareness. Most of them are there just to really help. But my point to this is, who are you is an energetic etheric energy having a human experience. And I realized that, wait a second, I am not of this body. I am not contained to just this physical world, that I can exist on multiple realities at once. You know, when you think of things in your life and you think they are so overwhelmingly impossible to achieve, once you realize that you are not of this world, of this body, you simply are having an experience in this world and in this body. Boy, I tell you, it opens up a whole world that you didn't know really existed. And that your consciousness is far exceeds your physical body and the world, and it exists on multiple realities all at the same time. And then if you really start to think about that, you go, well, if that's true, then is it possible that I am actually a co-creator in my own reality? Which, of course, we know is what we are. You've come to, these are things that I've learned over time, right? Because you say, okay, well, if my consciousness is not really within this physical body, then I can actually use that and project or create the seemingly impossible in my life that I want to create, because I am actually a energetic body, energetic etheric energy body inside this physical form that doesn't really exist, right? So I mean, it opens up. So it opens up a world. So you go, okay, wait. If that's true, then really, who am I, right? And that's the bigger question than who am I, what everybody asks, and you're an etheric energy having a human experience. And it's really just that simple. I think sometimes, a lot of times, I should say, humans overcomplicate things, when in fact, simplicity is really what it's all about. I want you to think of something for a second here for an example. So In-N-Out Burger is one of the most successful burger franchises on the planet, right? I mean, there's lines of cars out there, and there's like 3 items on that menu. You know, they don't have a multitude of items, but yet people are flocking to it, which tells you, okay, interesting, simplicity does work. Well, that's spiritual energy, really. We overcomplicate it by thinking we have to do this, do that, do this, and we put all these thoughts in our head when really we're just an energetic body having a human experience, and within that, we have the ability to create for ourselves what we want in our lives, because you're not really actually in that body. You exist on multiple realities all at the same time that you can pull from to use to create the life that you desire, create the life that you want. The question is sometimes is having the courage to step into it, right? But I think what stops a lot of people from stepping into it is because we create so much distraction. We make it more complicated than what it actually is. And it's really just simple, you know? It's like I talked in a prior video about diets, and all these diets, and people create all the, and the truth of the matter is it's calories in, calories out, okay? It's really that simple. It's, I don't care what you're eating, of course you want to be eating nutritionally sound food, but it's calories in, calories out, I don't care what anybody tells you. That's really what it is, calories in, calories out. If you're eating more calories than you're actually burning, you gain weight. If you eat less calories and burning more, then you lose weight. It's really a simplicity, right? And I think that's what this showed me. So the first time that I actually had this out-of-body experience, I thought, first thing I thought was, this is fascinating. There's nothing changed here. The more you get engrossed in it, will things change? You see yourself as a greater reality? Yes, that's true, but that comes later. The first initial one, I was thinking, I'm still John. There is nothing different here. I am my same thoughts, personality, everything. It was weird. I'm going, here I am floating around in space. And I'm not like, it's not some grandiose, harp playing heavenly music, if you will, right? And as time progressed, it started to dawn on me. I go, well, this is fascinating. And I started to think about like, well, okay, this stuff, I'm not really part of this body. So I can travel places. I can do things. I can go outside of my realm of reality, which then if that's true, can I also create things in my life that I want to happen that yet have yet to happen that I think are seemingly impossible that now can happen? Because see, I see myself as a greater whole, part of this collective consciousness, right? That we call God, Goddess, all that is, whatever the terminology you wish to use, right? And it opens up a whole new perspective. And then, of course, then it goes into other things. You start to see people as the same type of being as you. You start to see them in you as you see in them. And this sort of rolling thunder begins to occur, and all this information starts to flow through, right? But when you break it down to its most simplest reality, its simplest form, the truth of the matter is you are a spiritual energy having a human experience. That is it. And if you ever experience this sort of out of body reality, you're going to realize, interesting, I'm the same person. Nothing's really changed. It's quite fascinating. Think about that. Think about how now you approach your life every day, how things seemingly, they just don't matter because they're really not that important. They're important on a human perspective, and we make them important. We make them dramatic when really they don't. In an instant, you're out here looking down at everything, you're going, fascinating. I don't like this part of my life or this part, so you know what? I'm going to change it. You have the ability to think outside of the physical reality and create something different because now you're going, okay, so I'm actually up here creating this, right? It's like a walking meditation. We've talked about that in a prior video, and I can create something different in my life. So think about that. Next time you say, who am I? Which is a great place to be. We love them when people say, who am I? Because then they're more apt to listen and more apt to go, okay, I'm done. Show me. And it's like, all right, thank you. Now we can get rid of the human, the chatter, and we can get to the spirit, the heart, the love, which what you truly are. You are pure love, without a doubt. The only thing in the universe is love, period. I don't care what anybody says on any level, on any reality, it's pure love. I don't care what. Anything else is that is it's a forgetfulness of that reality. When someone acts out of accordance with love, they simply forgot from which they came. Everything, and I mean everything, comes from love. Pure and simple. That's it. Love energy. That's all. God, Goddess, all that is, whatever you want to call it, it's pure, absolute love. And I don't care what anybody tells you on any level. There is no other thing other than love. In the beginning, there was light. That's all that there is. Okay? In the beginning, there was light. Nothing has changed. The only thing that's changed is our awareness of that light. The only thing that's changed is our forgetfulness from where we come from. That is all. People do rotten things because they're acting not in accordance with their highest good. That is all. They simply just forgot from hence where they came from. That is all. Okay? That is all. And yeah, there's some really not good things that happen. Agreed. 100% agreed. There are some things that are just brutal in our history, without question. But if they knew from that out-of-body experience that they are not of this planet, they are simply within it, working in accordance with it, and they are having a human experience, their whole lives would change. Their actions would change. Guaranteed. Once you see yourself for what you really are, and everybody will see that. Inevitably, everybody will see that. You will either see it physically or etherically, but you will see that. And it will change your reality. To sum up, who are you? You are an energetic body having a human experience with peace, love, and happiness to all, and understanding to the greater good. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you. Thank you for listening. You are wonderful who you are. We love who you are. Keep being you.